Hey everyone, so I'm back today and I will be doing a wrap-up video for you all. This wrap-up is going to cover January to the end of March because I did not do any wrap-up videos for any of those months. So I'm just going to show you all the books that I've read so far this year, pretty much. So let's just get into it. I read 12 books so far this year and I'm 3 behind on my goal, but I got into a really bad reading slump this month, actually, March, and it was kind of crappy. So yeah, I didn't read that much, and I only read 12 so far this year. The first 2 books I read this year include Prodigy and Champion by Marie Lu, the second and third book in the Legend trilogy. I gave Prodigy 4 out of 5 stars and Champion 5 out of 5 stars because Champion was it just blew me away, and I really liked the ending especially. I just thought it was great. I thought it was a perfect way to end it. Prodigy was a little difficult for me to get into, and it wasn't as fast-paced as I would have liked it to be. Legend I read at the end of 2013. I gave that one 3 out of 5 stars. So it went up for me, and if you want to know more about my thoughts on this trilogy, I did a whole review of the entire trilogy, which I will link down below if you are interested. The third book I read this year is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. It was freaking awesome. I loved it so much. It was so action-packed and amazing and perfect in every single way. The Darkling is just the Darkling. I read this as part of a 24-hour readathon, I believe, that a booktuber was holding. I forget who was doing it, but it was a 24-hour readathon, and I read this as part of it, and I read it in those 24 hours, I believe. It was so amazing, and I cannot wait to pick up Siege and Storm, which is the second one, and it's sitting on my TBR shelf, and I just have to read it, like, now, because this book is so amazing. The fourth book I read this year was The Walking Dead Compendium 1, and it is freaking huge, I have to say, but it was amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It includes the first, I think it includes 1 through 48 of the editions, or comics, but it's a bunch of them all grouped into one, and it was so perfect in every single way. It's a lot different from the TV series, and I love that series, the TV series. It's awesome. I can't wait to pick up the second compendium, and it's just really expensive, so I have to wait a little bit, but I'm just super excited to continue on with this. The next 2 books I read were part of the Hogwarts Library, and they include Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and The Tales of Beetle the Bard by J.K. Rowling, of course. Why did I even like that? I don't know. These were so cute. I love the Hogwarts Library. I love Harry Potter in general, and I just love diving back into the world. I gave both of these 5 out of 5 stars because they were just so amazing, and I couldn't give them any less. My favorite was The Tales of Beetle the Bard, obviously, because they were nice little fiction stories from the Hogwarts world and Harry Potter world, and they were just really cute. And I got the Hogwarts Library edition, which comes in, let me show you, this cute box, and the other book is sitting right in there, but I read that in 2013, so that one's Quidditch Through the Ages, but I really like that one too. Anyway, definitely pick these up if you want to jump back into the Harry Potter world, because they are a perfect way to do so. The next book I read is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This is an adult post-apocalyptic novel, and it wasn't really that good. I mean, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was good. It was just like, it's not for everybody. It's slow, I guess, and mostly it's just about this man and his son who are just traveling on the road, and they're just trying to get to the sea, I think they are. I think so. And it's just their journey, and they have to deal with hunger and cannibalistic people who are kind of after them, and just all different kinds of little issues. And I have to say that the writing is beautiful. I really, really like the writing. I think that's why I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's just really slow and definitely not for everyone. Then the next book I read is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling, the first book in the Harry Potter series, and I read it for the Harry Potter readathon that was going on. I only was able to read this one though, because I was again in like a little reading slump sort of, and yeah. But this was definitely just as good the second time around as it was the first time for me. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. One of my goals for 2014 is to actually reread the whole Harry Potter series, and it was definitely a good start to finish the first one. It was so good. I plan to pick up actually Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in April, I think. Yeah, I'm probably going to bring it on my trip with me. I'm going away for like a month. That's why I'm pre-recording all of these videos. So, like, if you see me wearing this shirt and this hairstyle in the same setting a bunch of times, that's why, guys. Sorry, but these are young videos, right? The next book I read is The Program by Suzanne Young. This is a book basically about suicide, but not entirely. Suicide is basically an epidemic that's been going around in the United States and basically the whole world, and now the United States has created the program where if any kid between a certain age, I think the age is like 12 to 18, I want to say, because once you're 18 you don't have to go into the program anymore. You're an adult, so you can do what you want. But if you are showing these symptoms, they will take you into the program, and they basically erase your memories, pretty much. And it sucks, I know. This book was more of a love story than anything else, and I didn't really like that. That's why I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love love stories, but I just didn't expect this to be a love story. It's just, it follows a girl and her boyfriend who... her boyfriend goes into the program, and then she ends up going there too, obviously, and just trying not to forget, but even though they wipe their memories anyway. It's just, it was interesting. It was a very interesting concept, but I just think it could have been done better, and I don't think it really needed to be too much of a love story, but I guess it couldn't really do anything else. But it was a really interesting concept, and I can't wait to read the second one. I think it's called The Treatment, but I'm not sure. We will see. The next book I read on my Nook, and it is The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmersky. If you can see that. It is a new adult novel, and I actually really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It does contain a lot of sexual content, though, so I would say 16 and older, unless like you're really mature for your age at like 14. But it does contain a lot of sexual content and some very intense stuff, so definitely make sure that you are able to read this. But I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was very good. I loved the sort of mystery around it. There's a little mystery going on. I saw it coming though. I'm like, oh shit. And The Edge of Never was really, really good. There's a second one. I forget what it's called, but I will get it on my Nook and read that too and tell you all about it. The next book I read was Graveversy by Robin Lefevers. Not really sure how to pronounce her name, but holy shit, guys, this book was freaking amazing. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I flew through it. I think I read it in maybe 2 days or 3. It's pretty big. It's like over 400 pages. No, over 500 pages. I apologize. But it is about a girl who becomes an assassin. So if you like assassins, definitely read this. She is actually in like a convent for it though, and they serve the god of death, I believe is what it is. So yeah, she becomes an assassin and she has to kill whoever the convent says she has to kill. She goes to the capital, I think that's what it is, the capital, whatever, and she has to basically follow around this guy and report back to the convent and tell them basically what he's doing, and if he's a bad guy, and if he should die or not. It is freaking awesome. Read it. And the final book I have read so far is The Golden Lily by Rochelle Mead. This is the second book in the Bloodline series, and this is a spin-off series of Vampire Academy. Bloodlines, I believe I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it. It could have been better. And then this one I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It was really slow in the beginning, like ridiculous amount. There's like 200 pages where really like nothing was happening. I mean, stuff is happening, but not very good stuff. I don't know. It put me in a reading slump. That's how slow it was, and it was pretty crappy. I think this is the first Rochelle Mead book that I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Like below 4, pretty much. And it sucks that I had to do it, but I just couldn't take it, really. I couldn't give it anything more. I didn't really like it. It picked up the last 100 pages, which I liked, but still it led up to something that, I mean, could have been better, and it could have led up to something cooler, I guess. So yeah, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I will definitely continue on with the series. I have the 3rd one. I will read it soon. Hopefully it picks up. I heard that it does, and I heard that it's pretty awesome. But we shall definitely see about that. So yeah, guys, that was my January through March wrap-up, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Please comment down below if you read any of these books. Tell me what you think about them and stuff like that. I will hopefully be doing more of a monthly wrap-up coming up, basically, and for the next month, hopefully, but not entirely sure about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye.